What's good, YouTube? It's your boy CCC's back at it again with another video. Here with my little boy. He's doing whatever. Cut it out. Yeah, man, we all know what I'm here for, what I'm about to talk about. Oh, man. All right, so, damn, just like you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm disappointed. Yeah, that's nice. I'm definitely a big Tank fan. I'm not a delusional fan like most people are, like the Devin Haney fans and the Tifia Lopez fans or the Pitbull Cruz fans. We all know that y'all delusional. I'm gonna give my recap. I feel took place on that fight, and we can go from there. My personal opinion, I'm gonna be honest. I know for a fact from 1 through 5, I could say Tank did more. I think it's the later rounds. Lamont started like picking things up. That was not a knockdown. I see everybody crying. Oh, it wasn't a knockdown. We all know what a knockdown looked like. You saw how Ryan Garcia looked when he got knocked down. Barrios, when he got knocked down, you see how he looked. You see how Errol Spence looked when he got knocked down. Those are knockdowns. The problem that I think Tank was in the moment, so he did what most professional fighters would do to get out of a certain situation, to get certain things taken care of, is he took a knee. What he was supposed to do was, get some space and point to the ref to come, you know what I'm saying? And tell the ref, hey, I got something in my eyes. I got dreads. And I've had braids, and I've played basketball. I know what he's talking about. I've boxed. So I know what Tank's talking about when he said something. If you do, whether the girl who did his hair, whatever, she might have something to say, whatever, but you got to understand, if there's grease in your hair, or whatever it is to grease your hair back so your hair could not get in the fight and get in your face and stuff like that, when you sweating, it's dripping in your face, whether you like to admit it or not. And a lot of those chemicals do burn. If you don't have no hair and you bald, stay out of this conversation. This got nothing to do with you. Cut it out. But for people who actually have braids and you get chemicals put in your hair when the girls do your hair and stuff like that, and you sweating, Even me, when I'm going to the gym and I'm lifting weights, I have to constantly have a towel or something, and I have to wipe my face. I've had those things hit my eye. It does not put you do get sting. And in Tank's case, I know for a fact he was thinking what we all was thinking. He can't make any mistakes with this dude. They fought each other in the amateur, so he knows. And the punch you don't see coming is what knocks you out. And Tank being smart, he's not about to sit there and get knocked out for nobody. And you got to respect that. And let me school you guys real quick, because a lot of you guys talk about, oh, he got knocked out. Go rewatch the fight. There was nowhere in no shape, form where Tank looked like he was hurt. Nowhere, shape, form, Tank looked like he was hurt. I'm gonna teach you guys something real quick. When a fighter punches someone and hits you, when you get hit, let me tell you something what goes on. People seem to think, oh, you can get clocked with something and then it turns up the heat and okay, but it doesn't hurt you. It just wakes you up. But if Tank was hurt by any means or anything like that, the first thing he would have done was grab him, or he would have just, if he did get knocked down, he would have been smart. He would have stayed on the knee and take the 8 count to get his marbles, whatever was hurting, back in order. Go rewatch the fight. You'll see Tank move, whatever, and then you hear him say, as if something's in his eye. Then he rushes to the corner, sticks his head out, and then they wipe his eye. They whatever he had to do, flush it and wipe his eyes. And then guess what? The minute they wiped it, what did he do? He ran back to Lamont Roach to exchange. if you get knocked down and you hurt, you're not trying to exchange with anyone. If anything, that wakes you up and puts you into aware mode, like, okay, I need to watch out for this now. He didn't do that. Once his eyes got wiped, he said, okay, I got something for you. And he ran right back into the middle of the ring and started exchanging with him. And they both was exchanging. So the fact that everybody's in the comment section saying, oh, Lamont got robbed, Tank got knocked down, blah, 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 blah. Listen, bro. It wasn't a knockdown. Did Tank take a knee? Yes. Nobody's delusional. Everybody's seen it. But it was, I'm going to be honest with you, because some of you talking, either y'all casuals, even the ones who's talking nonsense or haters. You can tell y'all don't like Tank, y'all haters, and y'all upset. Go in the boxing rule book. It clearly says it in there. It says if you have any debris hurt, in your eye or something obstruction of your vision or shoelaces or your gloves is not whatever, you're entitled to take a knee or you're entitled to take a timeout to get that fixed. Y'all clueless people acting like y'all have never seen the refs actually stop the fight and send both fighters to their neutral corners to get stuff taken care of before. Like, let's be real, bro. Like, y'all hate Tank that much. Oh, he was a knockdown. It's a robbery. No, it was not a robbery, bro. It was a draw. The fight was a draw. I'm a Tank fan, and I'm very disappointed in Tank as far as he started doing good in the fight. And for some reason, I don't know, he just took his feet off the gas and started bullying. He did too much talking, and I don't know what's going on. Well, and me, I like to look behind the scenes. I think something's up in camp because something's up with camp because the way Tank normally be in the corner when Calvin and I'm talking, whatever, he looked like he was distracted, like he wasn't really there that night. I'm actually happy it was a draw because what I've noticed with a lot of fighters, they tend to get complacent. They tend to get bored. It's either you're going to fight fighters that's going to elevate you or you're going to fight good fighters and they're going to keep you level. I'm glad Tank fought somebody like a Lamont Roach who knows him because this might have been the fight that actually activates the killer Tank that's going to be showing up in the ring. Because like most fighters, you see what they do. Let's be real. He beat Pitbull Cruz. Pitbull Cruz, he actually beat him with one hand. He outboxed him and everything. So that's why I didn't see that rewarding a rematch. Nobody cares for that fight. He beat that man with one hand. That was clear as day. But in this fight, this is the first fight that I actually see where a fighter approached Tank smart and actually countered Tank's counter, which was like impressive. And I'm sitting here like, watch, I'm like, dang. What? I think what happened with Tank is he took him lightly. Like, I really felt like Tank thought he was just going to come in here, get him up out of there, knock him out, have a nice day. The fact that Lamont didn't get knocked out, I think Lamont knew that was coming too. So he prepared himself so he don't get... And people talking about, oh, he took Tank's best punches. He really didn't. As a fighter, as a boxer, what people don't realize is there's techniques you could take so where even if a punch is coming your way, you're not absorbing it flush. Like, I'm going to give you an example. Like, let's say if I'm in the ring. Well, I can't give you an example. I don't got nobody else to hold the phone. But I'm going to give you an example, self-example as good as I can. People don't realize this, but Tank does this on a regular. If a punch is coming, you see it coming and you don't have time to move, you just roll with it. You see what I just did there? You roll with the punches. You're going to get grazed. You're going to feel a little bit of it, but you're rolling with it. But if you sit here, you just take it and your face looks like this, oh, you're either going to get knocked out, you're going to get hurt. But if you roll with the punches, you get what I'm saying? You see what I just did there? I roll with it. You could roll with a punch. Roll with a punch, you catch it. But if you're just standing there and you go, ooh, and you feel your face like this, it's over with. My son, he looking at me. You get what I'm saying? Tank rolls with punches. Lamont roll with a lot of those punches. And people don't realize Lamont had these up the whole time. Chin down and he had these up. So when you have the chin down and these up, even if you take a punch, the gloves is going to absorb 50% of it. and then your face is gonna get the other 50. But that's not, depending on what type of chin you have, that's not gonna be enough to knock you out. I'm looking at the fight and I'm seeing it. I'm like, damn, Tank ain't gonna be able to knock this guy out by doing that. Calvin was actually telling him the truth. The problem with Tank is he got too complacent. You could tell he was just too, like he was too laid back and something. If Tank had hit that dude in his body, like body, stick him in the body, bow, move out the way. Stick him in the body, bow, move out the way. What happens is when you keep hitting a person repeatedly in their body, that uphand motion, now one of them got to come down to protect the body. He didn't do that. Tank was too, I don't know if anybody knows, he was too busy trying to aim for the head, and he was trying to get him out of there. Some fighters, you're going to do it. Some fighters, you not. Pitbull was the one, he was short and stocky, but he kept these up all day long. When they keep this up all day long, you ain't knocking them up because they discipline in keeping this up with both hands. But if you meet another fighter, which Lamont, taller than Tank, bigger than Tank, that's why I keep telling people. I keep talking about, oh, Tank always fighting smaller fighters. Everybody who gets in the ring after they rehydrate is always bigger than Tank. So stop with this narrate, oh, Tank is a big dude. Y'all just delusional, bro. Like, that's why I came on here to give my intake, man, because I've always admitted, in any of my videos you'll see, I'm a Tank fan. I like Shakur, I like Devin. I like a lot of the fighters. I'm just a bigger Tank fan. But I'm not like these Cowboy fans who's delusional, who think they're just going to win a championship every year when they're only visiting the playoffs. No, I'm not a Devin Haney D rider. I'm going to keep it a buck. Aki TV, whatever his name is, he's one of those. If you pay attention to his channel, he only brings Tank name up to get extra views on his thing when he got nothing else to talk about. When Devin Haney lost to Ryan, that man was quiet. That man had nowhere to go. The minute the testing come out, talking about old Royals or whatever it is, they find all of a sudden he's back at it again. I can't stand you streamers, bro. Y'all dudes is lame, bro. Y'all keep talking about y'all know boxing, this, that, and the third, but y'all make no sense half the time when y'all talk. At least me, I'm saying straight facts. You get what I'm saying? And for those, before y'all start jamming up the comment section, like I said, go look up the boxing rules. It's clear as day in there. Fighters are allowed to I read it, but I just remember, like, I know they're allowed to take time out. But the problem that I felt Tank should have done was he was supposed to get the ref's attention and let him know that something in his eye. But he did what most fighters do so he don't get knocked out. You gotta think about it. Let me put you in this scenario. If you're in a ring and somebody else is trying to take your head off and something comes in your eye, what are you gonna do? Spur of the moment. That's why I can't sit here and blame him for what he did. I can only mention the fight in whole. I can't mention just that one little incident, because that one little incident, any one of us would probably done the same thing. Because we're human beings at the end of the day. We're not gonna sit there and remember the rules as, oh shoot. No, you got a fighter in front of you who's trying to knock you out too. Something is in your eye. If it fucks up your obstruction and you can't see it, bitch, you better back up and take it, do something. You can't afford to take no damn hit and get knocked out, which I respect him for doing that. But instead of you guys seeing that, all of y'all crying, oh, he got knocked down. No, he did not get knocked down. He took a knee. There's a difference. And I feel like I hate people who don't know nothing about boxing, who's quick to talk, oh, he got knocked down. The guy did not get knocked down. He was nowhere near shape or form hurt. I don't know why I keep talking about Tank was hurt in the fight. No, he was not. You allowed to take a good shot and reset yourself. Tank took a couple shots in that fight, but he wasn't hurt. Because a fighter who's hurt is not about to go back, and he was literally in the middle of the ring too. And the later rounds, if he was paying attention, he was going blow for blow with Lamont. If you're hurt, you're not doing that. Like, cut it out. Cut it out. You're not about to sit there and go take more punishment toe-to-toe with a fighter if you're hurt. Come on. My thing with Tank is, I think number one, he took the fight lightly. I don't care what anybody tell me. If, like me, I play basketball and I box too. But when I be playing basketball games, I never play 100%. I tell everybody that all the time. I play like 50, 60%, depending on who I'm playing basketball against. If I know you're not on my level, I'm not about to give you 100% and waste my energy when I know I could beat you off for 60%. That's stupid. We all do it. I don't care who you are and what sports you own. Shakur Stevenson did it against De Los Santos. He can say whatever the hell he want. He over here talking about Tank this, down the third. Bitch, you was running your whole fight. And I like you as a boxer, but you over here talking nonsense after Tank's fight. Why were you there? Why were you at Tank's fight there? Only to, why? Because you mad? You wanted to fight him? You should have fought him instead of signing to Eddie Hearn. He actually called you out. You get what I'm saying? I hate when fighters do that. Like, y'all quick to want to cry. At least he stood toe-to-toe and was fighting Lamont. You was running around the ring against De Los Santos, my guy. Let's keep it 100. And your last fight, you fought an electrician. who you had to take 9 rounds to get out of there. An electrician, my boy. 9 rounds. Nothing impressive about that. I want to see you fight Lamont. Now I want to see Shakur fight Lamont, because that's interesting to me now. I don't think he'll be able to do anything with Lamont. But I'm glad. I hope Tank rematches, because I know he took him lightly. And I also felt like Tank, because of how good Lamont was fighting, it forced Tank to go want to fight toe-to-toe. And it took away from the game plan that was set up. Tank and them, they always have a game plan. And I'm very disappointed, because I've seen Tank's fights, and I've seen how he normally fights. He did not have a game plan. I mean, he had a game plan in the beginning, and he just went away from it and decided to go toe-to-toe. Bro, no, bro. You're supposed to show these people you know how to box, and you was doing that in the beginning of the round. Box. Keep boxing, bro. Eventually, the knockout's going to come. I think he fell in love with knocking guys out to the point when he noticed it wasn't coming, that he's like, damn. But I felt like this situation that happened is the best thing that could have ever happened to him, because now it makes him realize, okay, I got some work to do. And I feel like that's why I keep telling you. I remember, mark my words, mark this video too. That Lamont Roach fight just activated a different level Tank that's about to show. I think he gets Lamont out of there the next one. But hey, what do I know, right? But hey, it's just facts. Love y'all. Show some love. Subscribe. Hit the notification. Leave comments. I do be reading them. And I'm going to go back and forth with y'all too if I don't like something nonsense y'all talking about. But your boy Caesar's out, baby. 1.